Final race of the regular season here at Enterprise Racing League at Texas. Um, we have 6 drivers tonight competing for a playoff spot. All of them will be in the playoffs. They're just going to see how they seat. Pretty sure that Mikey Danman's going to seat himself first. I think he's got like 17 playoff points right now. The closest next one I think might be 8.
Actually, Goose, the rundown is this: you got Mikey Danman, which is leading the points right now. You got Mr. Excitement, which is 6 points back. Super Dave, which is 18 points back. Game Nerd, which lost a big hit last week because he couldn't show last week. He dropped down all the way to 43rd. Then you got DA Tickler, which he's got to be excited about this because he's 64 points back. And now that we got the confirmation that Game Nerd is not going to be here tonight, that may even bump him up into that 3rd spot. And then you got C's, which is 119 back. And C's, he was under attendance policy that he had to make every race. It looks like he's here tonight ready to fire away his to be able to lock himself in now because of the attendance attendance requirements.
Right.
So that's your rundown, Goose.
All right, I appreciate that. Do you got the playoff points in front of you?
Not right offhand, I do not. That's something I didn't look back at. Yeah, only because of the points are so close right now. It's hard to determine where everybody's going to be seated because of all the regular season that are running for the championship are here tonight. So points are going to be, they're going to be every point's going to definitely matter in this one, Goose.
Oh yeah. Playoff points are really important right now. So qualifying is over, and C's is first. C's gets the pole with 29.583. Second is Mikey Danman with 29.6 flat. Third is DA Tickler with 29.604. Isn't that how I called it? I believe that's how I called it.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, we were talking about this before with DA. I was just running with him, and I'm telling you, if he stays patient, he's going to have a great finish tonight.
Yeah. All right. So the max fuel run tonight is 21 laps. They're going to have to pit at least twice in each stage. And with these few amount of drivers and the skill level of these drivers, I'm not really looking for a caution. Although turn 4 can be iffy if they don't hit that thing right. Stage 1 is 52 laps, stage 2 is 49 laps, and the final stage is 60 laps.
Goose, now I'm just waiting for an invite, or whenever we're ready, just let me know when we can get ready to get this thing fired off. But I'll thank you folks for, if there's anybody out there joining us, thank you for coming in for the last race of the regular season. These guys are excited. They know that, it's going to take the way these guys are driving lately, it's going to take every point to get this, not just the regular season, but to even get this championship.
Yep.
So now we're just waiting. Get this,
we need the invites.
Go ahead and send some invites to Mikey.
Send us more than one. Just in case we get knocked out of there. There's one.
Folks, we're getting ready to get these invites now. Here comes the other ones.
Times 3, relaxed cautions, day race. Traffic's normal. 167.
Oh, going back out of that for real quick.
Damage is on.
Yeah, damage is on. Yep.
We're just getting through the drivers and getting these guys all situated.
Let us know when we can come in. Yep.
25 seconds.
So here's the confirmation, folks. We've got about 35 seconds, and we're about ready to get this last race. Going, Goose. Kind of excited. I can't wait to see what the playoffs going to bring since racing's been this good.
Yeah, it's going to be good. We've got 2 viewers right now. We got Marty. We know who he's pulling for, Mr. D.A. Tickler. And young man I met today, Sir Jillian Z. I hope I Oh, we're joining. Okay.
We'll see you afterwards, bud.
Yep.
Invites. All right, man. I'm getting ready to get in, Goose.
Yep. I'm getting
All
ready
right.
to get in.
There we go. Texas Motor Speedway, everybody. All right, loading in now. Sorry for the late delay of this. Takes time. These things run slow sometimes. Come on, baby. Give it to me. You in, Goose?
All right. I'm still zoning, bud. Okay, I'm in. I am on the leader.
There we go. Here we go, folks. We're finally in on. Now we can get some action going here. Right now, your leader is Z's. With C's, you got D.A. Chickler running the second spot. Then looking on the inside, you got. Let me see. Get close here. The 16 of Aussie. He's taking over that third spot. You got Mikey Dan. He's actually trying to run that second line. He's been working on that. You got Mr. Excitement behind him, and then in the fourth spot, you got Super Dave, or sixth spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spot. There we go.
Oh, C's and DA
one.
got into it. It looked like C's got loose maybe a little. It was hard to actually tell there. So we have a new leader, and it's first stage. So as a matter of fact, I think C's will catch back up. I think.
He's gonna settle down. You know, a little bit of contact there. It's still early in the race. Da, he's definitely driving the wheels off this thing. He's been working so hard this season, Goose, to try. And this is now look at the produce of what's been going on. These boys have given him definitely a good car today. You got Ozzy in the second spot. Then you got Mikey Dan in the third. Then you got Mr. Excitement. Then you got Super Dave. Then you got C's with that little bit of contact there. He's bringing up the rear of the field, but he's going to catch back up this field real quick. He has a fast race car.
He certainly does. He was on the pole there and just had a little mishap with
putting
DA.
Some pressure on. Look, Aussie's trying to make that pass on the inside of the two car of DA. These guys are going to go into this corner side by side. It's not easy to pass here. It looks like he's going to get him clear.
I tell you what.
We got a new leader.
That was a good heads-up move and some good driving by DA there.
Yep. Yes, definitely, especially on the inside of that, because sometimes you just can't see. You get that blind spot.
Well, he was mature enough not to force the issue and just, he saw him coming. Good heads-up move. You got to be aware of your surroundings and react to it. It's early on in the race, and that young man's going places.
Yep, Mr. Excitement. He's now going to try to make the inside move on DA. Coming into treacherous turn 3 and 4, where we come into that we hate so much with that little hill there. If we don't hit that just right, that car becomes very unorthodox and very squirrely in the rear end if you hit it just right. But it looks like now Super Dave, he's going to take over that third spot. DA looks like he might be just trying to settle back down a little bit after that little bit of a hiccup there, and he's just dropping back to the rear of the field right now.
It looked like a little while ago he tried to squeeze down in front of Super Dave, but Super Dave was having none of it. He just got trained there on the inside. He got caught on the outside, but he's come down in front of C's, but that's all right.
He's trying to gather it up.
C's being real patient.
Yeah, DA. I mean, as I said, DA's been working so hard, and his lines and stuff have gotten better and better as time's going on. So, he kind of gives him a little, he gets a little bit, we don't really try to push him so much because he's still trying to get used to everything. But right now, it looks like Ozzy, he's got a great car tonight. We didn't see him in practice at all, so he looks like these boys have gave him a rocket ship. Then we got Mr. Excitement in that second spot. That Cinderella position he's been in so many times this year, and just could not have gotten a win, but he's got himself in a great position. And now remember, folks, Aussie is not qualified for the regular season championship. Mr. Excitement is. So right now he is the lead car when it comes to the regular season point standings. Super Dave, he is right behind him. Then you got Mikey Dan, which is your points leader, which is sitting in that 4th spot right there. He's been working on that. Looks like he's trying to work on that 3rd spot now.
Yeah, Dave, Super Dave goes high, and Mikey Dan's going to make that pass down below.
Think of Seeds, he's going to try to make these. He's still working on that 2 car. That 2 car is definitely running in pretty hard for that last spot. But Seeds is just being patient. Once he gets by him, he's nervous. It's still, whoa, looks like there might have been a little bit of contact with the wall between them watching this fight for this back spot here. These guys got to get themselves together because there's some separation now with this field. Remember, they have to pit this time, don't they? Or pit this stage.
They got to pit twice on every stage.
Oh, that's a lot of pit work there. Anything can go wrong on that aspect.
But things could go really right too. If you've worked on that pit stop, let me tell you what, C's is being real patient right here with DA. And I think DA's just gonna, he's like, okay, he's way faster than me, I'm gonna let him go by, but then he fights back on the outside. But he goes a little high, and DA goes ahead and make that pass. So what DA needs to do is just take a breath, race his race. Race your race car, bide your time, wait till you can get your second up in, get a good pit stop and a good exit, and he's got to do that twice.
Yeah. So like now it's like, oh, sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
They're already on lap 12.
Yeah, so these laps are they're gonna click down real fast the way these guys are running right now. They're putting down some real good lap times. But it looks like the 1, 2, 3, 4, they've actually kind of settled down now. It looks like Aussie, he's still just cruising right along. It looks like Mr. Excitement is now starting to close down on that rear door of that 16 car.
Well, he's not letting him get too far away, that's for sure.
No.
And then
right behind that, Mikey Dan, he's starting to come into the picture now.
Yep.
Then you got, oh, go ahead, buddy.
So you got Ozzy in first, Mr. Excitement in second, Mikey Danman in third, Super Dave in fourth, Season fifth, and DA in sixth.
And our regular season championship looks like this. It looks like you got Mr. Excitement and Mikey Dan. Those are the top 2 right now. And Mr. Excitement is only 6 points back. Only 6 points back behind Mikey Dan. He's gotta have to win the stage to be able to get some extra points here.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that's enough to close down on that ground. I mean, 6 points isn't much, but I mean, it's right now it'd only be looking like maybe 1 point. But right now, these guys are definitely, they're just cruising right along now, folks. They've actually looks like now Mr. Excitement's closing down. He gets gains some in some area, and then he starts losing some. But right now, Mr. Aussie, looks like he's got himself a real good race car. Looks like they hooked him up this week.
Ooh, I think he might be getting a little loose already.
That's
but they're on lap
now.
15.
Yeah.
So I expect him to pit on lap 20. To tell you the truth, it's hard to make 21 laps unless you're really milking a draft.
Yeah, and there's not much draft right now because these guys are pretty separated.
They are.
But I mean, can you short pit though? Can you short pit and and be able to make up enough time to get? You know what I mean? That here it could be possibly done. Well,
I've seen a lot of weird things happen. I've seen Mikey Dan just run his tank dry. Everybody else pit a couple laps before him, and he still come out in the lead. So, who knows?
Yeah, anything is actually possible here, Goose. I mean, just by the way that how they're running. But right now, it doesn't look like they're not. No, it's not. There's nobody definitely holding back. That's for sure.
Well. They're like you said, they're all spread out. They're all running decent lines. It just depends on who's got that long run car.
Yep, true. And that's the whole thing too. Is that mistakes you can't make any here. You make any here, you lose tons of momentum, and then you definitely get yourself in trouble. But right now they're separated far enough where all they got to worry about is running their lines. And we'll get to that first set of pit stops to get the setups in.
Oh,
Right now,
we've
folks.
got pit stops going on right
Oh,
now, and these are
16's coming
early.
in. This is early. Here comes a
Dave
9 right behind him.
C's, DA, they're all in. Trying to get. This might be a smart move though, because they're trying to get that setup in that car so they can go faster. And the earlier they can go faster, the better off they'll be.
The time you make when you.
Yep.
So here we go. The 16's down pit
C's
road.
and Super Dave
The
are coming out
9's
just about the
9's
same.
down. 9's down pit road. Yeah, I see DA. They're all coming out now, and these other two, your two second and third place cars at the time are in their pit stalls now. Here comes DA, the 2 car. He's on his way out. Mikey Dan's still going. He hasn't stopped yet. He's going to run that thing dry. Here comes C's. Here comes Super Dave.
He likes to run it dry.
Now here comes the 9. Here comes the 16. They're coming off pit road now. Let's see if we can catch up with the leader here. He's going into, I believe he's actually going into turn 3 and 4 now. So will these guys get out in time? Looks like they're just coming out of pit road now, both of those. He's going to have a ton of speed coming to these guys because he was coming through turn 3 and 4.
So here comes Mikey Danman into the pits, and we're going to see where he comes out.
Yeah, I mean, he ran that an extra 2 laps.
Yep.
So we're going to see here, folks. Just going to flip around a little bit, see where we're at there. I mean, we are 6 car, 7 car field tonight. So it's
6 cars, yeah.
6 cars. All these guys are running for, actually 4 of these guys are running for a championship, regular season championship. And he's still, right now, I'm watching Mikey Dan. He's still, here he comes now. He's coming out of pit road.
He got a good pit stop, too.
He's coming out of, I'm watching him now. He's coming, here comes the lead, here comes Aussie now. He's Mikey Dan's just coming out now, Mr. Excitement. Is he going to be able to get him, or is Mikey Dan going to be able to get back up on there? Almost there. He's merging now. Here goes Mr. Excitement. Mikey Dan, he's going to end up falling in behind Mr. Excitement. Mr. Excitement's going to get around. So he comes out in that 3rd spot.
Yeah, he comes out in that 3rd spot. I think that's where he went in, but he's got fresh tires.
That's correct.
And he's right on Mr. Excitement's tail feather. Tail feather.
And then you got C's. He's made a great. He's made a great recovery. He's up into that 4th spot now.
Yep. I wonder if, well, no. Mikey Dan should be right behind him.
Actually, Mikey Dan's in front of C's right now.
I'm
right
at
behind
Super Dave.
Excitement.
I'm at Super Dave right behind C's.
Yes. Now these guys, if they can get together and team up, they can get a little bit of draft rolling. But there's still a lot of space. But right now, the best opportunity now is for the 9 and the 32 to get teamed up. Now maybe not race each other too hard, and see what they can do about closing back down on Aussie, because Aussie's starting to really make some headway now. But he's got nice clean air, nobody to bother him. He's got a great line.
That's a big thing here too. Getting out of that clean air and being able to run your race is a real big advantage here. But I mean, Mikey Danman is right on the tail of Mr. Excitement. He could get a little closer, which he's probably trying to do. And I expect these guys to hook up and try to chase down that 1st place car.
Yeah, right now the way on the 16 of Aussie's running, that's what it's going to take to close down on him. That's what it's going to take to catch him. Does not
right
race
now,
each other.
Mikey Danman is 2.1 seconds, 2.2 seconds behind the leader. So we'll check that in a few laps and see if they're making up any time.
Which they should. They're not pushing each other too hard, but there's still draft there. He gets a great run with him coming down the backstretch, going into the corner, gives him a little bit of breathing room, follows him through, stays down where you need to, watching that hill that we all hate the most. That will definitely upset that car, and they get through there clean. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're not going to fight for it. They're just going to try to close down on that 16. Then you got C's. He's back in that 4th spot. Great recovery for him. He looks like he's just going to have to, buy his time and relax and get these cars for this field closed back up again. Coming to the stage break.
Yeah, it doesn't look like C's is catching him too quick.
No, and then you got Super Dave. Looks like he's kind of settled down, where he's at. Yeah, we'll definitely have to, folks. After this race, we'll definitely get you guys points on the final standings because right now it's kind of tough to follow. Just get that to you. But yeah, right now, I mean, the points are definitely going to be really close. Mr. Excitement is doing what he's got to do to try to keep Mikey Dan behind him, knowing that he's only 6 points behind the points leader.
You know, I think Mikey Dan, all he has to do is finich the race, and
I'm pretty sure that's
he's
what it's
going to
going to
win
be.
the championship. Let me go on here and double check that because he's just up.
He's
up
cruising
so
where he's doing what he's got to do. He knows that it's his race to lose. He knows that there isn't enough positions, really. I don't think for Mr. Excitement, that even only being 6 points. But right now, folks, we're just cruising along. You got Ozzy still sitting out front. You got Mr. Excitement and Mikey Dan. They're trying to work together, close out on that 16 car. But that 16 car looks like he's got a great car tonight. He's able to beat when he's on that clean air. He's able to run.
So Mikey Dan needs to start pushing a little bit. He needs to push the 9, or the 9 needs to let him get around him because they're not catching. As a matter of fact, they've lost a 10th to Ozzy.
Wow, yeah, they're gonna have to. Maybe that could be a great opportunity. Maybe it is, time to say, hey, listen, let's flip. Let's flip this around and see if I can actually run with you. If you're faster, I can draft with you, and you can actually pull me. And that's what I'd be. I would be on the phone right now saying, hey, listen, all right, let's when we get an opportunity to get in the straightaway, we'll flip. We got enough time. C's is a good 3-4 seconds back behind them, maybe even more, probably more than that. Now would be the perfect time to do that flip and see what.
So pit stops are going to start happening here in about 6-7 laps.
Yeah, they're clicking off some laps, Goose.
Yep, they're at lap 31 of 52 right now.
Wow, caution free. These guys are doing a great job, doing what they got to do. Yeah, with pit stops, you do get stretched out a little bit. But soon enough, we'll be closing this field back up for the second stage, and then we'll see what these guys have got into them now. Because then they'll have 2 pit stops underneath their belts with these cars adjusted on.
So right about now is when we're going to start to find out who's got the long run car. And it looks like
Ozzy, I'm telling you,
it looks like he's got a long run car because he's still pulling away from these 2.
Yeah, his car looks great right now, Bruce. There's no movement in it. I'm still running with the 9 car and the 32 car. They're still trying to work out what they want to do here. But Mikey Dan, I mean, it looks like Mr. Excitement gets in the wall a little bit there. Mikey Dan, now's the time to do this move. He's on him. Nope, not quite. He's just going to follow him through. He's going to be patient and just keep running with him. Oh, the 9 car is getting really wiggly, Goose.
Somebody's in the pits. Who is it? C's.
Oh, yeah, there's a pit strategy a little bit. He made up some time last time. He's going to shoot for it again and maybe make up some more. I mean, he had that little hiccup at the start of the race, dropped all the way back to the field, worked his way back up the 4th spot. Now he's coming in pits now. He's still working on that car to get it a little more, get some speed out of that thing.
So this dang Discord won't let me get to the dang Discord.
And here comes Super Dave. He's coming to the pits. He's in. Ooh, and he may have picked up a penalty, Goose.
Well, let's hope not. I think he got a penalty last week. Somebody did.
It was close. Here comes C's. He's coming out. Here comes the leaders. Here comes DA. I think that was DA. But it looks like Mikey Dan and the 9 car, they're just going to ride this thing out right now, the way it is.
So C's is going to have almost a max fuel run, I think, here at the end. All right, what was I looking for? Okay. Well, yeah, Mikey Danman's got 16 points on Mr. Excitement. I think you
All right,
said
so
that
he's
earlier.
gained. Yeah,
No,
yeah. Well, he's got
not
six. He had
16,
6 points.
6.
Yeah, it's 6 points, boss.
Okay. So it
That's what I'm
is on the
saying.
line here.
Yes, it is. I mean,
I
these
didn't
two
know it
are
was that
running
close.
north. Oh yeah, and these guys. That's why I'm focused on these two right now. Aussie, he's seems to be checked out. Yep, he's on his roll. These two here. This is actually for the regular season championship.
DA's coming into the pits there. It looks like he took a real slow pit. He was down on the apron way before that triple hash mark there.
I think it's going to come down how they finished in the stages to really, you know what I mean, for the point standards and then the final points. I mean, by all rights, Mr. Excitement could snag this away from Mikey Dan.
Well, it almost seems like Mikey Dan is purposely staying behind him. But
yes, right now he is. Yes,
but not helping him.
Right.
Okay. So if Mr. Excitement,
here comes the 9 car. Sorry, buddy, the 9 car's breaking off. He's coming down pit road. Mikey Dan's going to stay out. He's going to take this thing just like he did the last time. He's going to take it all the way. Here comes the 9. He's in. Super Dave. He just went around. He just came in for his pit stop 1 lap earlier. So let's see how this works out. DA, he's coming back up on the track. So right now, these pit stops are... Aussie, he's in. He's on his way out. Let's see how this all pans out, folks. This ought to be very interesting.
Super Dave is still out on track. He likes to run that thing dry.
Mikey Dan's still on track, too.
That's what I meant. Did I say Super Dave again?
You did, buddy.
For some reason, I keep getting them messed up.
That's all right. But yeah, Mikey Dan, he's still out there. Now here comes Mr. Excitement. Steve's got around him. I don't know if that's for a position, but Mr. Excitement is coming out on the track now. Now remember, those guys pitted earlier than Mr. Excitement did. So this was probably going to be almost a full fuel run.
So Mikey Dan stayed out again. He's got to pit this time.
Yeah, he's got to be getting close to that tank.
Well, this is 21 laps, I think. Oh, no, it's 20. So
he's coming in now, and he's coming in hot. Oh yeah, he hit the binders on that goose just as he got to the line. He was coming in great pit stop. He made a great time coming in.
I wonder what he's going to do.
I don't know. I mean,
let me tell you right now, he's going to loosen that car up. I'll tell you that.
Most likely. I wish we knew who was out in the lead right now. I think Aussie got his lead back. Running around is Mr. Excitement. Mikey Dan's still in the pits. He's got to be taking 4 tires.
Oh yeah, he was in there a long time.
Yeah, that was definitely a full run there. Here he comes now. She's
getting around him.
Mr. Excitement's back on track. We're trying to. Here we go now. Mikey Dan's just coming out behind C's. And here goes Mr. Excitement. Looks like they may have flipped positions, Goose.
Yep. Mikey Dan come out in front of him. Mikey Dan's in second place right now. And there is, at the line, they just went 10 to go.
Yeah, so, I mean, those points we're talking about, stage points right here between these two championship drivers for the regular season. You know, I mean, they're fighting for every point, and that's what it's going to take. It's going to take them to have great stage finishes and a great finish in the end for him to be able to, Mr. Excitement, to be able to overturn that 6-point deficit. But right now, Ozzy's definitely close to the field, buddy.
Yeah, he got out front and stayed there.
And he hasn't looked back since.
So, something must have happened to C's. Unless C's in first place.
I'm not sure, buddy. We'll have to figure this out because of...
C's in first place.
C's is in first place.
Somehow, C's is in first place. something must have happened to Oz. He must have got a speeding penalty or something because Mikey Danman is half a second behind, zero point 0.4 seconds behind C's.
Well, guess what?
zero point
He's
0.3
not
seconds.
He's on his door now. He's coming on the inside. He's looking for that lead, and he takes that lead, Goose.
Yeah, he was.
The 47 touched the wall a little bit, and he lost his momentum. Right. It allowed the 32 to pop out from underneath and get underneath him. But then there's a point difference right there because you've got that another. Now he's in first. Now he gets max points if he can close down this stage. Ooh, there's both of them. Looks like they may have touched that wall a little bit. But Mr. Excitement now, what he needs to do, he needs to focus on that 47 car and get around him to be able to make up that point difference that he'd lose by finishing that third spot.
I wonder what C's did. Well, he might not have had to do much. No, he had to. He was way behind in fourth. He may have only took two. But I don't see how he did that because he pitted early.
Oh, Mr. Excitement, he got around him.
Yes, he did.
Now he's focusing. I mean, we got to be getting down to like 3 to go, and I don't think it's enough time to catch him. But he definitely made up that 1 point, between for the stages. But still, he's not going to be able to close any ground on those 6 points.
Yeah,
this time.
Instead of gaining a point on this stage, he's going to lose one.
Yep.
But he's used to being a bridesmaid.
Oh yes, yeah. What, 4 times in a row, maybe?
Our man, Mr. Excitement, the bridesmaid. He needs to somehow pull out a win.
Yep, he needs to break that barrier because once he breaks that barrier, I think he might snap off some more wins after that. But
Mikey Dan already has 2 wins on the season. I believe.
That's correct. Yep.
Game Nerd has 2 wins.
Game Nerd has correct. Now, matter of fact, Mikey Dan did a back-to-back. Could end up with a trifecta here, buddy.
Wow.
He could end up. This could be his 3rd straight win.
Yeah.
That shows focus, wherever he is.
So
now he's
52.
That's a bad. Unfortunately for Ozzy, that something happened there. But now Mikey Dan, he's in that clean air, and you see the difference with that clean air because he's gone.
Yep, you don't have to compromise on your line at all. You don't have to look in the rear view mirrors too much.
No, you just run your line and focus, and now he's starting to make up some time.
Oh, Mr. Excitement got loose there.
I saw that 9. He got real squirrely coming off that corner. That allowed C's now. He's looking on that spot now. With Mr. Excitement got himself collected, but there's a lot of C's to close down. They got to be getting close to 2 to go.
Oh, this might be the final lap coming up. Final lap of the first stage.
There it is. There's one more lap, buddy.
Yep, this is the final lap. Yep.
Mr. Excitement's trying to hold on to that 2nd spot. He knows that if he loses that's another point he's going to lose to Mikey Dan for this championship.
Ooh,
Mikey Dan, why is he down? Mikey Dan is out of gas?
I don't know what he's doing. He might be.
Mr. Excitement is going to win this stage.
Oh, no. That gives him 2 points. Oh, don't go into pits. Whew, he almost went into pits.
Oh,
Lord have mercy.
Wow,
that would have been a penalty.
Yep.
Because there's less than 2 laps to go. So Mikey Dan takes 4th.
Wow.
DA is in front of Super Dave.
Yep. Wow, folks, look at that. Looks like Mr. Excitement, he's keeping his regular championship hopes alive. He gains 2 points, it looks like, on Mikey Dan.
So the rundown is Mr. Excitement in first, C's in second, Ozzy in third, Mikey Dan in fourth, DA in fifth, and Super Dave in sixth. Well, that 1, 2, 3, that gave Mr. Excitement 3 points. He needs 3 more points to tie for the championship. And if
Ooh, this
that
thing,
happens, who wins the championship?
the tiebreaker would go to, wow.
Whoever
Unfortunately,
has the
yeah,
most wins, and that would go
yeah,
to Mikey Dan.
yep, yeah, that would be, yeah,
Is that how NASCAR
yep, that is how they do
works?
it.
So
That's
Mr.
correct.
Excitement is coming out in first place, season second, to start this second stage.
And you got Ozzy, Mikey Dan, and then you got DA and Super Dave. That's your field right now. These guys are going side by side into turn one. Here we go. These guys are all stacked up together again. This is a whole new race now, folks. I was like Mr. Excitement. He's gonna end up leading this lap. You got Ozzy looking on the inside. Da he's starting to come alive now. Looks like maybe
Oh,
someone.
he went up
Oh,
and
he
got
pushed
into
up.
C's. Don't hit
He's
the all
again.
C's. Yeah, he did that at the beginning of the second stage.
Yep. C's gonna drop back a little bit and let that kind of sort out.
Yeah, he's gonna drop way back.
Yeah.
DA needs to take a breath now.
Yep. That he's right now he's excited, but he's got to get himself just back under control here. And then look at the second spot. Honestly, he's trying to fight for that. He's trying to get back to the first position again from where he was so dominant. Yeah. Looks like these guys got themselves settled down. Looks like you got the 32 of Mikey Jan. You got DA behind him. You got C's. Then you got Super Dave, which is he's been just chilling back there all race.
Yeah. You got some drivers here that really need a win. Mr. Excitement, so close so many times. It's like every race he's just right there, second, third place. He's really hungry to get that win. DA, he put so much time in there. It would be good to see him have a win.
Yeah, he got his best finish last week.
And C's still needs a win. So all these guys are hungry for that win. So it'll be interesting to see.
Looks like Mr. Excitement. He's be able to hold off that fast car of Aussie right now. Yeah. But these guys are he's in the backside. You got third, fourth, and fifth. These guys are all nose to tail. They're not really racing each other right now. They're trying to close back up onto these top two drivers so they don't get away.
Well, that's pretty smart. That's pretty smart.
And you got
pretty sure Mikey Dan has got that draft. He's close enough to have a draft. So he's just kind of biding his time.
Goose. They're closing down now. They're closing down at a pretty good rate. If that line can stay together, they'll get a great run coming off turn 3 and 4.
Who fell off there? Super Dave?
Yeah,
Did you see what happened to him?
No, he's just not had the car that he usually has this week.
Ozzy powers on the outside, but Mr. Excitement comes back on that low line. Ozzy's going to have to push. He's going to push on that outside lane. He's going to make that pass.
Yeah, and when those two cars went side by side, look what happened. You got Mikey Dan, you got GA, then you got C's. They close right down on their back door. So now this is basically you got 5 cars underneath a blanket fighting for this lead right now. Looks like they kind of settled down. Mr. Excitement, is just following along with Aussie. You got Mikey Dan behind him, and then you got DA, which is having a great showing tonight. He's in that 4th spot, and then you got C's. These guys are wiggly already. You can see these guys starting to see their rear end starting to drift out.
Well, we're only 7 laps in.
Wow, nose to tail. Yep. 16, the 9, the 32, the 2, the 47. Those guys are all nose to tail going into turn 1. And you got Super Dave, which is falling off the pace. I don't know. It looks like he may have lost the cylinder, Goose.
he might be just kind of chilling.
Running. Yep, that's possible. I mean, he was. I mean, unfortunately, I mean, he was only 18 points behind in this regular season run for the championship. Yep. The regular season. It looks like it's just the car's just not there. Or he could snap off a win, but I don't know if that's going to be enough.
It looks like DA tried to get down below Mikey Dan, but couldn't quite make it and backed out a little bit. Smart.
Yeah, these guys, you see business has picked up, Goose, from the first stage to this stage. These guys are a lot closer now.
Yeah, they're getting serious about testing each other. Oh, it looks like Mr. Excitement wants to try to get the lead back.
Oh, couldn't do it. He was
Quite
peaking,
do
Goose. He
it.
was peaking on that quarter.
Is he going to try again?
No, he's going to just fall
Now
in line for a
Ozzy
minute.
stays way down, way down. He drifts up a little bit. Is he trying that outside line, or just trying to get a
Yeah, it looked
push?
like it. Maybe try to get him pushed, try to get some,
This is where he tried
try
it
to get some of
before.
that air.
No, he's pushing now. He's got to stop
Yep.
pushing. He's got to hold that lower line there, and just be patient and wait for Ozzy
That
to get
opening.
loose coming off of that turn
Yep.
4.
Whoa! Looks like he got himself a little squirrely there.
Yeah.
Mikey Dan's he's looking on that door right now. He's just not looking on the door, but he's looking behind these guys, waiting for that door to open.
Turn 4 is the best place to pass here, especially a loose car, because they'll get loose and they'll go out and then they'll go right back in. And if you steer high, you'll just go right by them.
Yep. Well, right now it looks like these guys are they're moving back and forth, trying to see who can get the advantage right now. That 9, looks like he's trying to peek on that, trying to go up on that. Was trying to look at that line and a half, but he decided better of it and he fell right back in the line.
We only have one driver on a controller here, correct?
I'm not sure, Goose.
DA, I know DA is. He's doing an outstanding job on the controller.
Yeah,
I would
it's not
really
easy
like
on
to see
control.
a decent wheel in that boy's hands.
Oh yeah, well, it take time to get accustomed to it, and you can see the driving change in anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like an example of it. Over time, of having the wheel and working with it.
Look like C's is getting really loose there.
That's possible, and Super Dave's just dropping further and further back.
Well, he might be thinking, how am I going to win this race?
Well, if he gets too far back, there won't be an opportunity.
Yeah.
Where these guys are driving right now.
Well, the final stage is it's going to be tough to make a move there, because it's 3 complete fuel runs.
Right. Well, right now these guys are all over the 16.
Yeah, he's not driving away like he did before.
No, these guys got their setups in. They got looks like this the 9. He was looking. Oh no, 9 goes high on that. Is it going to allow? Nope. Mikey Dan just falls right back into place. DA's going to stay right there. These guys are all going to stay like right behind each other. Whoa, the 2 car, he gets way out of shape.
Yep, he needs to relax.
Yeah, slow it down a little bit. This place here is one of those kind of tracks that the slower you go, the faster you go. 60. He got himself a little squirrely coming off turn 4. Yeah. They all did.
Yeah, that 16. That 16 has got a loose setup, and on into the end of the run, he starts to get loose.
Oh yeah, he's got to throttle that because use that throttle a lot more than what these guys are behind him. But these guys are smart. They're not fighting each other. They're not letting him get away.
Where's Super Dave?
He is all the way in the
pit
rear.
road. He's on pit road. That's
so
early.
He might be looking at pit strategy.
Yeah, he's got to pit twice. This is his first one.
But remember, we've already seen it in stage 1. You miscalculate that stuff, and you run out of fuel, and yeah.
Well, Mikey Dan just simply didn't put enough fuel in.
Yeah, it was. We blame that. He'll fire the pit crew later for that one, because that could cost him a championship there.
Hey, Mr. Excitement gained 3 points in one stage. He only needs 3 more, and it's four more points, and it's his championship.
Yeah, and that's going to be a dog
That would be
fight.
a turn of events.
Yeah, that would be quite shocking. But right now he's doing what he's got to do, Goose. He's sitting in that second spot. Even though Mikey Dan's right behind that, but we see how all it takes is one little hiccup, and next thing you know, those 3 points could be sitting on your doorstep.
Let me tell you, it doesn't surprise me, but it does surprise me too. DA is in 4th place.
Yep.
In front of C's and pulling away from C's. That is... I didn't expect that.
The last one you went... his little something something. When you went out to jump out when we were here comes the 16. Sorry, the 16. He's on his way into pit road.
Yeah.
Oh, you better
He's
slow that
loose,
back.
buddy.
Yeah, I was saying he was coming in all over the place. So he's hopefully this turns out better than his last try when he pitted.
You get to these leaders.
Now this could draw. Now this could be a ploy to
This is lap.
Here comes the 9 car. He's on pit road.
And of course, Mikey Dan, he's going to make
Here
that
comes the
21st lap.
Oh,
slow down, DA. He did it. No, he slowed down.
Way hot. No, I know, but he was way hot. He held onto that thing for everything he had just then.
Yeah.
That's how you get time on pit road, folks. But now Mikey Dan's he's gonna continue his right now it looks like he's gonna stay on his plan. He's staying out. He's staying out. He's gonna follow him around.
Well, Mikey Dan's got to come in this time. So.
Yep. Oh.
He's making that slow down. He's coming in.
Yeah, here we go. Sees is right on his back bumper too. Those guys are coming in. Definitely nose to tail. I mean, he is right jacked up on his bumper.
Mr. Excitement's coming out, and DA's right behind him.
Ozzy,
not right behind him. He's got a little gap there.
And here comes Ozzy with Super Dave. Mr. Excitement, is he gonna? I don't know. Is he gonna? He's coming out now. Has Super Dave's already pitted? Did he get into the second spot?
That would be huge.
That would be a big jump. And Mr. Excitement's like, no, I'm not looking for that. Here comes Mikey Dan. Here comes the 47. Yeah, he's come. These guys are going to come around him. Here comes the 16. He got around both of those two. These guys are going to fall out probably in the fourth and fifth spot.
So Mr. Excitement right now is ahead of Mikey Dan, but Mikey Dan's got brand new, fresh tires.
Yeah, you can already see the difference on the speed factor watching these guys, even after a few laps. But Super Dave, I mean, if that looks like that might be the case, that he might be sitting in that second spot.
I believe he is, but he
pitted
way early, so he's way slower than these two cars that are going around him right now.
There goes Mr. Excitement. There goes Mikey Dan. Sees he's already lost some time to these two. They're going around. They've got around Super Dave.
And Ozzy is gone.
All this. I mean, he's hit great recovery when he fell back. Held his composure.
He's got about a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds.
Well, now that Mr. Excitement and Super Dave have got themselves separated from some of this field from that race, and now maybe they can make up some of this time. But from what it looks like, it's not easy to make up time here.
No, it's not. Not unless you're super fast.
And we're back to same old thing. You got the 16 first, you got the 9, the 32 back to back, second and third. Then you got C's in the fourth spot. Then you got Super Dave in the fifth spot, followed by CA. He was giving it all he had. He was fighting too. But right now, it's like I still think the 9 car should slide over, let the 32 go because he is faster. But I see what he's trying to do too, because there's a regular season championships on the line, and he doesn't want,
Well, he's not blocking him or anything. Mikey Dan's just staying right behind him.
Yep.
Which is probably a smart move. He's got fresher tires. He's saving tires right now. He's saving fuel right now.
Here comes C's. He closed right up on these guys. Looks like he It's like something's coming for him.
Yeah, C's might be saying, "Hey, look. Screw you guys. I don't know what you're doing, but I gotta go."
Yeah. Laps of time, ticking down here.
27 of 49.
Yeah, these guys are making great time right now.
Mike, I got a pit stop. You got it?
I got it.
Okay, I'm actually on the rear end of the 47 car, looking forward.
All right, and I'm actually sitting on the front of that 9 car looking back. So, but
Okay.
because right now these 3 are the ones they're looking at second, third, and fourth. Folks, it looks like these guys are probably, as I said, they've just settled down.
Yep.
Just logging laps now. They're not doing nothing, you know, out of the sorts. They're not, because as soon as you start getting side by side, you start losing time.
I'll be
And
right
they're
back.
not looking to do that. I mean, is it going to, right now, for Ozzy, it's going to be tough to catch him, even with a 3-car draft. Because this car right now looks just like so good. But he looks like, you know, this long run, when this long run starts kicking in, we'll see how these guys, how this all turns out. But right now, while Goose is sitting on the backside of the 47, I said right now, yeah, folks, you know, if you're out there, thank you very much for listening. We'll just take a little break here. You know, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. For joining us for the last race of the regular season before we start kicking the playoffs next week. I said, you know, right now, 16 car, he's been the stout of the field. But you got the 9, you got the 32, then you got the 47. The 9 and the 32 right now are fighting for a championship. The 9 gained the first stage. He gained 3 points on the 32. He needs 4 to win the championship, and it's very possible, folks, that he could get it. But the 32, no, he's just hanging, letting the 9 run his line. He's running his, and the 47 running his. They probably got a half a car length between each other. They're not really forcing the issue, and they're just logging laps. But right now, it looks like it's kind of stabilized. Maybe that 16 car, man, you know, he's just stable. It looks like these times between each other have just stabled out.
I'm back, Mike. I appreciate that. And
not a problem.
I'm back, and it looks like we're in the exact same spot we were, except maybe these 3 cars are tracking him down. He had over a 2-second lead when I left, at 1.3 now, so they are tracking him down.
That's probably basically because of now at this point. We knew that his car was loose. It looked like he had a loose setup.
Yeah.
These guys have not pushed the issue. They've run back to back because they know that to catch him, that's what it's going to take.
Hey,
his stuff's going to have to go away.
You make friends where you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and sometimes we call it that cooperation kind of deal. You know, I'll work with you for now, but it doesn't mean this is the way it's going to be when we end all this.
I tell you what, it just seems like they just got a little too much gap. Well, they close up on each other a little bit too late on the straight stretch.
Right. But that could be too of the handling of the cars, because it looks like Mr. Excitement's car has definitely got a loose condition. And you know, when you start packing that air in there, when you start pushing hard, it only makes that loose condition worse. So at this point, these guys are probably giving each other a little bit of room. But you're right, it may be just the handling of cars, and he can't push him like he wants to.
Seas went a little high on that last turn and lost a little bit of space, but I think he'll make it back up. He's still got the draft.
You know, I mean, Mikey Dan's been doing a great job just to
Mikey
fall
Dan,
behind Mr. Excitement.
Mikey Dan's car is stable. You can just look at his car; it's stable. You know.
It looks like now they're starting to move up off that bottom line a little bit into that gray area we see on the track with that grip. Where it seems to have that grip. We saw some paint come off there. Looks like the 47 may have rubbed that wall just a tad. We saw a bunch of paint chips come off the side of that car just now.
No harm, no foul. He's still right there with them.
That's it.
But they're losing. They're losing the leader now. He's gained 0.3 of a second the last 2-3 laps.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that now, Goose, has to do with the handling of the cars.
Yeah.
It's just not there. You know, they just can't, work. They can't get themselves together enough to be able to make any dent in that lead.
I appreciate that, Marty Laws. I appreciate that. I was kind of stuck on there, and I do like to try to give people, as much airtime as I can. But we do still have to. Where is Super Dave? Super Dave is in the pits again.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Super Dave. He tried to touch that short pit. He's definitely.
Well, it worked. It's just
and here he comes again.
by the time they pit, they had such fresher tires.
Yep. Well, looks like he's coming off pit road again.
Yep.
Here he comes.
So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see. I mean, I'm waiting to see. Actually, you know, something. With Super Dave, I'm waiting to see if this is all about strategy. You know. But hopefully he didn't. You know, hopefully the crew, you know, didn't cost him too much time to be able to, you know, maybe. And here comes the 16.
Ozzy's
He's on
coming
his way in.
And they are on lap 38 of 49, so
I don't know, man. That may have been, you know, something about that may have been a great call by Super Dave.
if he can come out and
if he can get, he's already back out and he's already back on up to speed. So we'll see if, and here he goes. He's already gone past the turn one. He's going into turn one now. I'm riding along with him here because I'm kind of curious about how he will. There, he's on the back stretch. Getting ready to come into turn 3 and 4. 16 still on pit road.
So these three cars are still nose to tail.
Here he comes. He's on the front. He's coming up, down through now. And here comes 16. He's just barely getting out now.
Nine's coming into pit.
And he just got around him. So was he able to make up enough time with those fresh tires? 16, he's coming out. He looks like he may have a little bit of a wrinkle in the nose.
I don't know where he would have got it.
Oh, but then you got 32 and the 47. Looks like 32 is...
DA came into pit. He's on his way out. Mr. Excitement is starting his pit stop now.
The other two, on the 32 and the 47, they're still out. So right now, to find out how Super Dave worked out on all this with that short pit stop, because he's probably got, I mean, he may have, yeah, these guys, the 32 and the 47, still have to make their stops. Here goes the 47. He's coming in. 32. He's coming in. Now we're gonna find out how this all circles out, folks. Did Super Dave? He's actually Super Dave's looking on the outside of the 9 car, which is just coming off pit road. So he got around him.
So Mikey Dan is in the pits. C's in the pits.
Super Dave now on the front stretch.
Mr. Excitement is right on his butt. So he did gain a lot of time on that pit stop. It's just
now, was it enough?
Those 2, 3, or 4 laps, his tires go down so much that he can't keep up.
Yeah. But we'll definitely keep an eye on him because of did he get enough room between these guys to actually pull out, you know, to make this? But Mr. Excitement definitely got around him.
DA is right behind Ozzy.
Yeah,
I'm
he is.
wondering if that's for position.
I'm not sure. I don't know. DA did pit before Ozzy did.
Well, let's see if he can stay up with him. And let's see where Mikey Dan Man comes out.
Mikey Dan just came out in front of Mr. Excitement.
That's not good news for Mr. Excitement. Let's hope Mikey Dan took enough fuel.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, DA's definitely giving that 16 giving him a miracle, that's for sure.
Well, Mikey Dan's in second.
DA must be the first car 1 lap down.
He must be. But he's keeping up with the leader there. So
yeah, he is.
Good on him.
He's got that draft.
Oh, he's trying to go around him on the inside.
He wants that lap back. He goes around him, and he will be back on the tail end of the lead lap. Looks like maybe the 16 might just let him go. There's no reason not to at this point. You might as well just let him go. And there he goes. Now we're following back.
So there
definitely
are
the 24 car, Super Dave is on a way different strategy than these guys.
There's about 5 laps left, and second place is 4.5 seconds behind the leader, who is
so
Ozzy.
he must have had a great pit stop then. But right now, I mean,
Well, Mikey stayed out so much longer. He's probably
yeah,
faster than he's down to 4 seconds, but I don't think there's enough time to catch him.
no, we were pretty getting close to closing this stage down. The 16, he's not really. I don't think he's gonna really worry about the 2. You know, he's right there. He's not nobody behind him. You know, there's no sense of really pushing the issue. He may have a mistake happen. You know, might as well just ride along and.
3 laps left to go,
Oh!
and what happened?
It was like Ozzy may have scraped that wall just a tad bit.
Well, Mikey Dan's on 3 seconds now. So if he
He's
keeps
work.
making up a second a lap, he might make it interesting there at the end.
That's very possible. But just think these guys are all going to be back to nose to tail here very shortly. But Ozzy, he's definitely besides that little hiccup in the first stage, he's had himself a hooked up race car. It's been on rails all day.
So we're coming to the final lap for the leaders here.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Ozzy, Mikey Dan, Mr. Excitement. Mr. Excitement said, dang, I needed those points too.
Yeah, I don't think Mikey's going to catch him. He's catching him
No.
fast, but not fast enough. This is the last lap.
Well, Ozzy's also riding around right behind the 2 car of DA.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of, you know, he's not pushing the issue past him. Well, it's like, yeah, DA, if he maintains what he's doing, he's gonna finish this stage on the lead lap.
All right.
Looks like Ozzy's just gonna, he's gonna let it go just like that. There we go. There's the finish of the stage. You got the 16, you got the 32, then you got the 9.
Wait a minute. C's won the stage.
What? What did we miss?
We missed something, bro, because C's won that stage with Mikey Dan in second, Mr. Excitement in third, Super Dave in fourth, DA in fifth, and Ozzy in sixth.
Well, I'm sorry.
So
folks.
we missed something. We missed something.
There.
And all the cars are on the lead lap, so nobody was a lap down. We were just we thought the race for fifth place was the race for first place. We apologize, folks. We messed that up. Oh,
see, that's what
Lord.
happens, folks, when we don't have a ticker.
We don't have enough eyes.
The cameras don't follow in position order.
Well, good job to see that final stage.
Here we go. This, folks, this will decide the regular season championship right here. This is going to be everything that they got now is on the line.
So, Mikey Dan got one of them 3 points back, so he's still 4 points up. Mr. Excitement almost has to win this race.
Yeah. Which it can be due. It's doable. But it looks like he might be going after it here. Remember, this is a long stage, too, though.
This is a long 60 laps.
It's all going to be about how you can maintain them on. Whoa! There's a little bit of no contact, but a little bit of wiggling there. It's like these guys are going to get it straightened out. Mr. Excitement's looking on that one line up above on that outside, trying to get up outside. See, he's going to close the door on the 9 car. You got the 32 there following behind him. You got DA right behind him, which then you got Ozzy, which is following up in that fifth spot. But here we go. You got C's. These guys are nose to tail. They're trying to sort things out. See, they're really going to push it now, folks. This is the last stage. And C's, he's managed to work himself way up to that first spot. He does not have a win, and remember, folks, he was on an attendance policy issue where he had to run the rest of the races to make it even qualify for the playoffs, and this is it right here. And look at him now. He's leading this race now with Mr. Excitement in the second spot, along with the 32 GA. He's peeking on the inside, not going to be able to get there. Then you got the 16, which has been the strong car of this race most of the time. He's sitting in that fifth spot. He was quiet.
Hey, when you're on a roll, I try not to interrupt you, bud. I mean, you're calling it.
I ran out of breath, folks. Sorry, I'm getting old. But now there's some pressure going on. Now these guys are definitely closed up to each other. They're not giving that space so much anymore. Now we're gonna find out who's got a car that can handle. Because when you start packing that air underneath that rear spoiler, these cars get really wiggly, and they're gonna start making some, start pushing each other now to see how well these cars are. But still, you got the 47 of C's, you got the 9 of Mr. Excitement, you got your point leaders still at this time of Mikey Dan. Looks like he's trying to peek it on the 9 car, not going to be able to make that run there. These guys are running 3 different lines, folks, if you watch how they're running. But then we'll go back, and then now Super Dave, he's on the lead lap, and he's still in the backside of this field. So I'm still wondering if he's still trying to look onto that pit strategy, and hopefully he can. He might actually be able to, if he can hold on to the draft, he's still in this. It's not like he's out of it. Looks like he's making the run on the inside of the 2 car. He makes that pass. But right now, we're still nose to tail. The 47, the 9, the 32, the 16. That's your top 4, folks.
Tell you what, each one of these stages, Super Dave has fallen back right away. And he is falling back again now, but I think he can still. I don't know. He really fell back now. Yeah. He lasted a few more laps though. He's a lot closer now than he has been.
Cylinder. It looks like he may have lost the cylinder, because that car's just not up to par like it usually is. Something's happened.
I think he's just surprised how good these guys are here.
Oh, these guys have been running a great race. These guys are nose to tail. The 47, the 9, the 32, and the 16. Those guys are they seem to be settled down a little bit. They're testing each other on the inside, testing each other on the outside, see if they can get the run, but then they squared themselves away. Looks like the 9, he's looking for, looks like he was kind of backing out a little bit, trying to get some of that draft, and looks like he might have been trying to peek on the inside of that 47. He's not going to get that done. Now he's trying to look on that other side. Great run on the draft with him falling back on the 47. Then you got the 32 there. He's kind of looking back and just laying back a little bit. Then you got the 16. He's right behind the 32. These guys are just drafting into turn 4 now.
So Mr. Excitement, he floats up in the middle of the turns. Watch him.
Yes. He drives like you do on this track, Goose. You run that black line. You run that. Yeah,
that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stay down by that white line.
Right, but you seem to float into that black line. You seem to actually really, really run into that black line a lot. But these guys are fanned out a little bit.
You see where Mikey Dan is?
Yep. Looks like
that's the fast way around there.
Yep, I thought the 9 was a little bit loose there. You got a great draft on that 47, which brought him right back up. He is on his door, trying to knock onto that backside, trying to at least get something into that rear quarter to try to pull some of that side draft in.
So these top 4 cars are still nose to tail. And Super Dave, he's just slowly losing track position.
Oh, the 9 car, he's got wicked loose on that Goose. He slid up, come up. It looks like he's going to lose some spots off that. He drops all the way back to that 4th spot.
That was an excellent save, though. He lost 2 spots, but he kept the lead draft.
Yep, that's key here. Because as soon as this draft goes away, you got no help there. That's what keeps you locked up with these guys. But great recovery by the 9 car. He's going to come right back strong, too, as soon as he gets himself. But now there's a little bit of room between the 47, the 32, the 16, then the 9. He fell back to that 4th spot, as we just saw from that little hiccup. And Super Dave, he's cruising on the backside. He's probably just waiting for something to happen.
Well, I hope he's not waiting for a caution.
No.
Because this league is not known for cautions.
No. These guys keep it, very clean. But right now, they're still the top 4. Those guys are still nose to tail. They gave the 47 a little bit. Mikey Dan's gave that 47 just a little bit of room. You've seen him do that all race. And the 16, he's right there with those guys. Then he got the 9. He's great. Had a great recovery after that little hiccup. Was like Mikey Dan was trying to peek in on the inside of that 47. Could not find a spot to get in there. That clean air goose is so important on the front of the nose of these cars to get these things to turn.
Ozzy hit the
Whoa.
apron there a little bit.
The 9 car, he's on the inside. Looks like he's going to take over that 3rd spot.
Yeah.
He slides up into that 3rd.
Well, when you hit that apron, it really throws your car out of whack, so it's really easy to lose a spot like that.
And I think that's what it's going to take, Goose. It's going to take a driver error for this thing to flip around. But now we're back.
Well,
you look
I'll
at
tell you what. Seas
Yep.
doesn't look like he's airing at all. He's got it pretty steady right now.
Yep, there's no yawn in that car whatsoever. He's riding, doing a great line. But right now, just to recap on our championship too, it looks like these 2 guys are the ones that are battling up for this regular season, the 32 and the 9, not making much headway. We thought, Mr. Excitement gained 3 points, and then Mikey Dan gained 1 back. Mr. Excitement, he looks like he was going to peek in on the inside of that 32. Thinks better of it. He'll slide back into line.
We're at lap 123 of 167.
I'm waiting for the finish, because these guys are the 2 championship guys are definitely going to go for it, because of Mr. Excitement knows if he wins, that could actually be his championship win right there for the regular season.
Well, he's going to have to win the race. He just smacked the wall. He's going to have to win the race.
He reflected it.
So, he has to win. Mikey Danman has to take... Well, Mikey Danman can't let him win, and he has to take,
right, have a great finish as well.
Yeah.
Definitely can't run out of fuel.
No, he can't. He can't run out of fuel.
That's for sure. He's probably was yelling and screaming at his pit crew saying, that could have just cost me my championship right there. But here we go. Looks like right now, Steez looks like his car's come to life from the. He's had an up and down race so far. Looks like now he's got himself squared away.
So DA is about a full backstretch behind the lead cars there.
And Super Dave, is he further back than that?
No, Super Dave is in 5th place, and it looks like he's maintaining. I mean, he's losing them, but very slower than before.
I wonder what he's up to.
Because it's almost time to pit.
I really wonder what he's up to. He's got to be thinking something. We'll find out. That'll be a surprise. That'll be a flip of the whole field right there. That'd be very interesting. But right now, folks, looks like these guys are going to. We've got to be getting close to pit stops. The 47, the 32, the 9, the 16. They're all together right now. Looks like nobody's running away from this like it was, before. As long as pit stop goes offhand, we'll find out.
You're going to have to do at least 20 laps.
All right, here comes C's. The 47's coming
early.
in now. Here comes the 24. He's right behind him.
I think that's early. We'll see. I don't know what lap they're on.
We'll have to wait, folks. Hopefully this time we'll get the running order right.
Well, it might not be early. Mikey Dan, he stayed out.
Yep.
And
here comes DA.
Well,
here comes the 16. Here comes the 9.
The leaders.
Oh, looks like the 16 has some issues.
Yeah.
The 9's going to get around him coming into pit road.
Wasn't he in front of him to begin with?
No, the 9 wasn't. The 16 came in, banged the wall, and pretty sure. Right. Or I could be wrong, folks. So I think, we kind of.
So this is going to be interesting to see where Super Dave comes out, because he's
24
been making
came
up
out now.
huge. But he's only got like a 1 or 2 lap advantage now. 1, I think.
Yeah. Here comes C's, the 47. He's out already. Here comes the 2. He's coming out. We know the 24 is out. We're waiting on these other cars. I'm actually sitting here right in front of facing pit road right now. Here comes the 9. He's coming out. Still waiting for Super Dave. He hasn't come around yet. Here comes the 16. Here comes C's now. He's gonna get around the 9. The 16. Here comes Super Dave. He's gonna get around the 16. Here comes the 32. He's coming out of pit road. Here comes the 9. He's getting ready to come up. There's Super Dave. Looks like the 9's going to get in front of him. Here comes Mikey Dan.
I believe Super
The 9
Dave's in
definitely.
third right now.
Yeah, well, Mr. Excitement got around Super Dave.
Huh?
So he is in third.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
you're right. Yes, you're correct. Sees, did he maintain the lead on that?
I believe he did. Mikey Dan
Great
come out
pit
in
stop.
fifth.
Wow, that's gonna be some hard running there to catch, to try to get close up that gap now.
Well, he's all by himself, so that might be an advantage for him to get some good lap times.
Possible.
It
But
looks
right now,
like Super
that would
Dave
be
is
big.
staying with
Oh,
Mr.
you've got to
Excitement.
check them points now, because if they would have finished in this order right now with Mr. Excitement sitting in that position and Mikey Dan being in the fifth spot, that's some points right there, Goose.
Mr. Excitement's gonna have to win because he's 4
that what it's
points
gonna come down
back.
to it?
Yeah, he's 4 points back. He needs them 5 bonus points for the win. Because if he finishes in second,
it's still not going to quite be enough.
Mikey Dan would have to finish last,
Oh, he's in fifth.
which he's working on. Yeah, he's 16. He must have sped on pit road. He's 16 seconds behind the leader. So yeah,
so he would.
got,
I mean, he's very possible. I mean, that's just more points. I mean, that's only helping him out, helping Mr. Excitement out in the final stage.
So where is the leader?
The
leader's C's got a huge lead right now on these two.
Yeah, that early pit stop definitely gave him the.
But I do want to point out that Super Dave is pretty much staying up with Mr. Excitement.
Oh yeah, yep. And he's in the third spot, correct?
Yeah, that's what I figure. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll have to definitely confirm that post. Last time we tried that, we didn't have it right.
No, we didn't. We weren't even
We were
close.
way off on that. We were going reverse direction.
Mikey Dan's got to be fuming right now.
Yeah, he's definitely screaming. He's either screaming at himself or he's definitely swearing at the picture right now. I'd love to have an in-car mic right now to see what he's saying to the crew.
Well, if he sped on pit road, it's not his pit crew.
No, but I'm definitely still screaming. I'm definitely still screaming.
So we're on lap 134 of 167. What's that give us? 34 laps?
Yeah, so he's still going to have to do one more stop.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're going to see what happens here. I mean, this is definitely going to be close, folks.
It might be an interesting finish because you actually, I mean, if you're going full bore the whole time, you're actually only getting 20 laps, not 21. So it'll be interesting if somebody runs out of fuel.
Yep. Mr. Excitement, he got himself away from that 24 car, Super Dave. Which great recovery by him all evening. We saw him cruising around the backside. He's worked himself way up into that third spot, and he's got some room. So now C's has got a huge lead.
Ozzy right now, I think, is in 4th place.
Is he? Yep.
I think so. I'm trying to see. Yeah, he's behind Super Dave.
But right now, all C's got to do is just because now it's only going to get longer and longer as these pit stops go. Now they're not racing each other or anything else, and there's not really too much draft going on. You know, if he can hold it together, he could pop off a win.
But if C's wins this race, that'll be 3 or 4 in a row that I called. And I'm just going to say guru at this point. C's has got a wonderful line staying right down there on that white line. He's rolling right now. And I don't even see cars behind him. He's so far.
That pit stop definitely separated the field.
All he has to do is get one more clean pit stop, a clean exit, and just maintain. Because he's
watch this 9 car though. That 9 car is Actually, we'll try to get a better angle here, see what I can see. Okay, so I'm watching now. See if I get backside. See if I see it. No. Not quite. No, I can't see it that way. There we go. Let's see if we see it. Yeah, so right now, yeah, I mean, Mr. Excitement, these guys, that looks like he has closed down on him somewhat, Goose. So you start seeing him in the distance, starting to close up into the view.
Right.
But Super Dave, he definitely he had a great strategy there to get some a position there.
Well, he does make that work. Is that he just falls back too far? You know.
Yeah, and it's tough to make, especially
stop.
with these guys. Yeah, the way these guys drive and not having no yellows. Yeah, it's very tough to make up time. Well, it's like he's starting to get up onto this 2-car of DA. All DA's got to do is just keep doing what he's doing. He's having a great race.
Well, C's doing really good right now, but he's had his troubles. I'm seeing some damage on his hood, but I'm sure that's a remnant before he got his car fixed.
Right.
He's just running too fast right now to have damage on that car.
So yeah, he's Crew's been working on that car all night to get him this track position, and now he's got this track position. He's got that clean air. It's off to the races now.
So lap 142 of lap 167.
But off in the distance, Goose, I'm seeing that 9 car.
They got about 25 laps to go. 26, 25, 26 laps. So
I
about
see
6
that 9
laps.
car creeping in. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me look behind him here, if I can.
Yeah, you can see him revving in. He's starting to, his nose of that 9 car is starting to peak in the distance.
I don't see him.
You can't see him?
About the time C's is passing the finish line, he's coming off turn 4.
Right.
So we'll check that
I can barely see him. Like, see if I'm right now, he's coming into turn 1 and 2, down the backstretch. Now, the best time I see the 9 car is when we're coming here. I can see him now. He's coming into the turn 3, 4. Right now, I should get the clock out and really time this. Because now here's C. All right, C's across finish line. Coming in turn 1.
I think he might be losing time to him.
There he goes. And here comes
so
the 9.
Second
it could be.
place.
I mean, we'll have to figure that out.
Second place is Mr. Excitement, yeah.
Yep. We're trying to get some time telemetry for you guys, for you folks. And if you're out there, thank you very much for listening in. This race has got it's into this long green run stage where they've been separated from each other.
Yeah, Marty Laws rooting for DA. Really appreciate you sticking with us, bud.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's fighting for everything he's got to stay on the lead lap right now. Now he pitted earlier than these guys, so of course I would figure, but he's had a great race all evening. Sitting in that 5th spot. Looks like that 16 too, Goose. He's starting to work on closing down on that 24 of Super Dave.
Yep, he's been slowly reeling him in. Another couple laps, DA will probably just.
But remember now, the 24. I'm thinking right now what he's going to do. He's
C's going into pit.
Oh, he almost got that wall, Goose. I just barely caught the tip of that. He almost got that wall. Here comes Super Dave. That's just that. Here comes the 16. He brought in the whole half the field here with that coming into that pit stop. He's going to run a full fuel load here. Or close to it.
You've got to.
4 tires and that's what it is. He's taking it. He's going to try to take this thing green the rest of the way. But now, here we go, folks. You got the 24 in, you got the 16 in, and you got the 47 in. So that put Mr. Excitement as here comes the 9 car. He's coming in 1 lap later. The 2's in. That leaves Mikey Dan. He should be, I believe, he'd be the lone wolf on the track, and he's coming in now. He said he's got to come in because these guys are all gonna have fresh tires, and he's gonna lose a lot of time. Just
Yeah.
sometimes that's how that works.
Yep. Mikey Dan's coming in.
You know, these guys are now. This should be it. This should be the final pit stop to decide this regular season championship.
Should be. I don't
Mr.
see a
Excitement,
caution coming out.
No, Mr. Excitement is doing everything he can right now to be able to do that. The 2's coming out. The 9, he's on his way out. They go C's. He's gone around him. Here comes the 9. It looks like Aussie. He pitted early too. He's gonna be. It looks like he may take over that second spot.
Huh?
That's why, yeah, because of Oh, here goes Mr. Excitement. He's out in front of Aussie now.
Yeah.
No, Aussie's gonna get around him. Mr. Excitement's gonna fall right behind him, right up onto that back bumper, so he doesn't lose much time because he needs that spot back. I believe that is for second place, buddy. And the 47, he's done his job. Crew's done his job, and he's been able. He's out front now. He's got quite a bit of space.
Ozzy had to have a really good pit stop. What happened to Super Dave?
I'm not sure. He's behind the 32 of Mikey Dan.
He must have sped on pit road. Oh, his car is messed up. His hood is messed up.
I was gonna say that was my next comment, dude. It was like he drove that thing right into a tree head on. That thing is so wrinkled. Hopefully it's just reminiscence because he just pitted. You know, that could have been what it was. Is that he had that damage? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely some damage on that front end.
Damage.
Of that car.
It looks like he hit a. He looks like he hit a deer. Or you know, or at the speeds that they're running here right now.
Well, that's bad news. That's bad news for Mr. Excitement.
Yep.
Mikey Dan coming up into 4th place.
And Mr. Excitement, he is all over this 16, trying to get around. Looks like he's going to make that move. They're going into the 3 and 4. That dangerous turn that we all talk about with that little hit. Looks like they're going to get through there. Looks like Mr. Excitement's going to get that position. He's clean and clear. He's gone. Oh, it was like 16 tried doing a crossover, could not get there. Mr. Excitement now, he's got himself a half a car length between these two. He's definitely, he needs every point he can get. We know he's got to win, but he's trying to do it. He's trying to do everything he can.
Well, he's got second. He needs a win, but I just don't see him.
Yeah, C's has
chasing down C's unless C's has a problem. And he has had problems in the past.
A driving error, and all it would take was just a driver hiccup. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And we've seen it happen before. You could have the best race car and the fastest race car, and then you had to make a driver hiccup, and next thing you know, you got 5 guys knocking on your back door waiting to take that championship away from you.
So these guys
or
are
take that lead away.
Yeah, Mr. Excitement, Mr. Excitement, Ozzy is coming up on DA. DA is a lap down.
Great recovery by C's. A little bit of a hiccup in the beginning. You know, work through it. That's some great pit stops. The team got together, got this car hooked up, and he's on rails now, Goose.
Yeah.
And Ozzy, he had a great car. It looks like, he may have just overdone it on his adjustments or whatever, but now he's sitting in that 3rd spot.
Well, I'm
Mr.
pretty
Excitement.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he had to have had a pit stop speeding penalty.
That's
Same
a good
thing with
possibility.
Mikey, because Mikey's 20 seconds behind now. That just, he had to have, and he's by himself. He's in no draft.
All I gotta say, a couple more cars in this field, and that could have been his championship.
Yeah.
That's time. What it would have. That's how close it was, folks. It would have been by 2 or 3 positions, and this championship could have changed hands real quick for the regular season. And
so we're on lap 1.
Everything. Oh, God.
We got to come into the line. We got 11 laps to go.
They just got to hold this race together for 11 more laps. Mr. Excitement don't want to give up no positions.
Can
But
C's do it?
He could very well. He could very well
Get
his
himself
win.
Get himself some valuable playoff points for when the playoffs start next week. Get himself his first win of the season.
Yeah. Made his attendance policy restriction he had.
Yep.
I mean, that's a Cinderella story there, is being able to pull all that off and make, just because he was so close to not making the playoffs at all.
Oh, it's a great accomplishment for him. I'm glad to see that. He's a good kid too. Really good kid.
He stayed focused all race.
I've known C's a long time, and he's always been a really good kid. I've
that 16, him. He's all over that 9 car now. But the question is, will Ozzy pressure the issue because he knows that he's looking for the regular season, trying to get a regular season championship.
Ozzy's out there racing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I was thinking too. It's not about you guys' championship anymore. It's about me having a great car. Fell back to third. Maybe
Ozzy
played a big role.
Ozzy joined us somewhere around halfway through the season, so he wasn't eligible for the playoffs, but he wants to let these boys know that he's here to race. Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of wall contact. He's still trying to peek around this 9 car. I don't think DA knows that he's a lap down. He knows these guys are running pretty hard, so he's probably, when these guys get up on him, he's probably just going to pull over and let these boys go by. Let these guys race it out for these final laps. But same way. I'm going to race you, but maybe not. I probably won't race you as hard.
Yeah. DA went super high there.
Yeah, he tried to get that so he could let Mr. Excitement get that run by. It looks like he's going to just pull up here, stay high, let these guys run.
Good job,
out.
DA. Excellent.
Right. There you go. Nice job, buddy.
Get their draft and try to catch whoever's in 5th place.
Actually, he is in 5th place, isn't he?
I have no idea. I think he's in 6th. I think
is he behind Dave. Mikey Dan?
Super Dave? Mikey Dan's in 4th. Super Dave, I think, is in 5th.
Okay, and because he would be a lap down, and it's a great job. I mean, he didn't go a lap down all race until this part of the race.
So they got about 6 laps to go, 5.5, and Ozzy is right on the tail of Mr. Excitement.
Yeah, he is all over him. He's up, he's down, he's in the middle, he's everywhere. He's all through his mirror. And now Mr. Excitement's just got to not worry about what he's doing behind him and just run his lines and not get too, rambunctious, and he'll be able to pull away another Cinderella finish.
God dang it.
Which is what, like his 5th this year?
Oh, at least. We just had a short season. We only had 8 regular season races just to kick off this new league.
And he's been second half of that.
I think he's been on somewhere on the podium 7 times. I think maybe 6. Actually, I could go check, but
he's definitely given this 9 car a ride. That's for sure this season. He was a great addition when we invited him. He was a great one to invite.
Yeah, he's a good kid too.
Ozzy, he's still trying to peek all over him. He is trying to make him nervous as much as he can, and he still can't get around him. It's like the 9 car right now. This is the race that we'll keep an eye on, folks, because these guys are position right now.
Watching C's is just boring.
Whoa! A little bit of erratic movement there. It looks like he was trying to make a move to the inside, and the car got a little squirrely on him. He had to back out of it and get back in line. But right now, here, nose to tail, he is definitely giving him everything he's got right now. He's trying to get around that 9 car and just can't quite do it.
Is he trying to get around him, or is he trying to push him?
I don't know because he's definitely
I tell you what,
like he's trying to make a move.
Maybe I think he's trying to just stay behind him. I mean, if he floats high, he'll probably take it, but
it could be. But he's definitely not giving no space there. It looks like, when he comes to that start-finish line just now, it looks like he's peaking, but it could be just the way the airflow is moving that car around.
Well, like I said earlier in the race, Mr. Excitement floats high in the middle of the
Well,
turn.
looks like he's making that move. There it is.
Oh, they
Looks
got a
like
little
he
bit
cut.
loose.
He tried to cut that corner and it couldn't. Mr. Excitement kept his foot in it. Could
Yeah.
not do it. The 16 had to back out of it. Now he's looking on the high side. Not going to get that run
This is
there.
the last lap. This is the last
There
lap.
we go. Oh, there's a little bit of there goes 16. He got himself way out of shape, and that's going to let the 9 car get away now.
I think he was doing it on purpose. All right, that was a really good race. C's dominated. Let's get a rundown here
Actually,
quick.
we'll go like this because Aussie. We'll go between Aussie and C's. Those are the 2 dominant cars this evening. That's for sure.
Well, let's pull everybody up.
Okay. Can you do that for a minute?
Yeah, you pull them up in here.
Okay, I can't do that.
Or no, I'll do it. That's fine. It's just
if you do it,
if
I
I leave
just
this.
step away for 1 second.
Okay, go on.
I got a pit stop.
So we got C's winning the race, Mr. Excitement second, Ozzy third, Mikey Dan fourth, Super Dave fifth, and DA Outside Tickler sixth. And I'm just going to take a quick break. I'm going to invite everybody up into the booth. All right. All right, so I just invited everybody to the booth. You still there, DA? There he is. All right.
I don't know why y'all invited me over here.
Well, it was the last race. It was the last race of the season, and I wanted to get everybody in here to just talk to you because there was so much happened in that race. Some good, a lot of bad.
God.
Super Dave.
I don't know for sure, but it seemed like there was some pit road speeding penalties handed out in that race.
I got 2 of them.
2 of them. Mikey, did you get one?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I was looking. Did Mikey come in?
Mikey's not here yet.
No, he'll be here in a minute. But yeah, Mikey did get one.
Well, I believe Ozzy, you finished 3rd place, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Ozzy, tell us about your race, buddy.
It was horrible.
Well, you started out really good.
Oh, I had a really fast car, and I beat myself. Credit to the 47. I think he had a really fast car at the end there. I think he was just kind of biding his time in the middle of the race there. I just beat myself. I think I spun twice coming to pits and in the lead, and gave myself damage. Luckily, no penalties, but I think I would rather have had a penalty. So yeah, good speed in the car. Just not couldn't execute when I needed to.
Yeah, we seen you hit the wall a few times coming into pit road. It seemed people were having a problem with pit road there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think other than the speeding, speeding happens. I was just trying to downshift, and I think I, just turned your car sideways when you're carrying too much speed. So, everybody tries to get everything they can to get onto pit road there to get their adjustments and everything, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
It was a good showing again. Every race that you've been here with us is a great showing. We really look forward to you competing for a championship next season.
Yeah, I look forward to it as well. Hopefully we can entertain some people.
All right, congratulations on your podium, sir.
Thank you, and congrats to 47. He had a stellar car tonight, so good win for Cease.
Well, I called the winner again. I missed second and third, but I called the winner again. Anyway,
You
Mr.
cheated.
Cinderella,
I know.
how you doing,
I was
bud?
gonna say, dude, listen, buddy, you got to fix this problem because of you being second this time is getting kind of monotonous. So you need to
I
fix
know.
this real quick.
Feel like Casey Kane.
So we were watching the championship points, and you were behind by 6 points. I'm
6.
sure
Yep.
I'm sure you know that.
Real
And on
quick.
the first stage, you got 3 of them, and then on
Yep.
the second stage, you lost one. So I was like, Mikey Dan gonna have to lag out, and you
Yeah,
win
yes.
the
Or you
race.
gotta win. Or
You
you have
know,
to win.
you had to win that race to win the championship. But somebody had something different to say about that, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Tell us
Yeah.
about your race.
I felt pretty good. Car was a bit tight in the first stage. Getting a later run, so did a slow adjustment, then it got loosened later in the stages. And I kept doing small tweaks and all that. Just couldn't find the speed what the 47 had at the end, or what 32 had early on in the race. But I tried every thing to stay ahead of that 32.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get enough points built up, staying ahead of that 32.
Yeah.
But
Not quite, though. I don't think
Nah.
that's quite. All right. Well, congratulations on another second place finish. You have a lot of them.
I know.
Um,
I tried to race these hard in that beginning, try to get to that second to a quarter panel.
yeah. Well,
I think the moment it
congratulations.
hurt me, yeah, the moment it hurt me was definitely on that pit road. Went to hit the brakes and the car just went straight to the wall.
That happened to a few people
Yeah.
today.
It wasn't the inside wall, it was the outside wall. I tried to go to, just barely got on the brake. Whoop.
Okay. The winner of this race, Texas, the final race of the regular season, his first win of the season, gained some good playoff points to get a good seed in the playoffs. C's, how you feeling, bud?
Hey man, I'm feeling great today. I'm excited.
This is excited? This is your excited voice?
I say,
Yep.
this is exciting voice. Wow.
Actually, he does sound a lot more excited than usual. You'd have to know him. Tell us about your race, buddy.
The race was great, man. Happy for the win. Happy for the 47 team. Just wanna, just crazy, man. It's a crazy race out there today. Went from starting first, going back at the beginning, and then just crawling my way back to first, and just stayed there, and that's what I had planned.
Yeah, it looked like you were just kind of biding your time there, but when it counted, you went for it.
Yeah. You just with stage racing, you just have to take your time. It's not a race until stage 3, so that's when you gotta capitalize on everything.
All right. Well, congratulations,
Well,
buddy.
yeah, definitely, buddy. You did it. You knew what you had to do. You knew you had your attendance restriction. You knew you needed the points, and you pulled it off, and you got your win. So definitely, great job. Way to keep your head together and way to get it done.
Thank you guys.
Congratulations. So this broadcast is going a little long. We're an hour and 43 minutes, but there's at least one more, probably two more people, 3 more people that I want to talk to.
Yeah,
And next we're going to go to the Enterprise Racing League regular season champion, Mikey Danman. Mikey Danman, how you feel about that?
Going to me? Oh, well.
you did it, buddy. I mean, yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well,
First I
riding,
go ahead.
what's that?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
The 32 riding Ford Mustang performed great tonight. We just had a black flag there at the end, and that's not where you want to have a black flag. Of course, you never want one, but definitely not in stage 3. So after that, it was just a matter of just doing as good as you could. That's it.
Yeah, for a while there I thought you were going to take 5th place, but then another driver made the same error.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So
He
So congratulations, sir, on the ERL regular season championship. You're going to be top seed in the playoffs. Um, I can't wait to do up these points so that I can. Uh,
They got to be close.
yeah, well, it's going to be close. Of course, Game Nerd missed his
Big
second
hit.
race tonight. He still made the playoffs. He's got 13 playoff points, but he wasn't able to add to that at all. So, but Mikey Dan didn't add to his tonight either. I don't believe, right?
I
No.
don't think so.
No.
So I think you're going to be at 2017. He'll be at 2013, and Caesar's going to have some points. I got to figure it out. I got to add up all the stuff. Luckily,
A little bit.
my algorithms. All I have to do is plug in the places that you finished, and the pages populate themselves. So that's one thing. I like to do points because it's so easy now. So I want to talk to Super Dave. How you doing, bud?
That was a pitiful, pitiful showing tonight.
I don't know. Dude. You had a good recovery in the end.
Well,
Great job on adjusting and everything else on your pit stops and getting
Yeah,
yourself
well,
back position. But
when I got up to third, but that's only because them two made a mistake in Ozzy and Mikey had a mistake in the pit. And
it's
then
all right.
that
Third's third,
last
brother.
pit stop, and then that last pit stop, I got another black flag because I had gotten one like in the first stage or something, and then I got mad because I wanted to try to adjust on the car a little bit more, and forgot about that because the black flag done distracted me, and so
Wow, Super Dave. Looks like you just had a hiccup all the way around tonight, huh?
yeah, I could not get my car as fast as theirs was. I was trying this and that, but I just couldn't get it as fast as theirs until right there at the end. I would stay up with them, and then I screwed it up with the black flag.
well,
Um,
uh, Super Dave, you're in the playoffs. Everybody's in the playoffs.
yeah.
But so
Like I told them, that my main goal so far this year was to get a win, and I did that. So I was happy with the regular season, way it turned out, and everything.
so DA, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, buddy? Tell us about your race.
To be honest with you, I believe the two car could have performed better than it did tonight. You know, I believe we had one of our best shows last weekend or last week at Richmond. You know, like Dave said, everybody in this field tonight was just super, super fast. I believe Mikey had a really, really fast car tonight. But you know, we just kept falling off, got sloppy driving, and you know, ended up a lap down.
Yeah. Well, you were looking good out there, and we continue to be impressed with your maturity on the track. When the lead leaders come by, you gave them plenty of space, um, and quite frankly, you had some speed to that car. I think maybe you just need just a little more experience running in a pack, running in the draft,
And guess what, Jay?
and that'll
Because of
come.
you did so well this season. You have actually, in my eyes, have been awarded the most improved driver of the regular season.
Oh, there's no doubt. It's hands down.
So,
Thank you guys. I appreciate
congratulations
that.
on that, buddy. That's a big accomplishment. I mean, this was a short season. It was eight races, Goose?
Yeah.
And you improved it each and every time, and just your ethic and how you race. You deserve that very much, so, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
So real quick, about a minute or two, I'm going to talk about the playoffs. So the round of 6 and the round of 6. Iowa and Talladega is basically going to be how many playoff points can I get so that the round of 4, because everybody will be in the round. Everybody's in the playoffs until Darlington.
Yeah.
Darlington, the top 4 will race off at Phoenix. So the first 2 races is Iowa and Talladega. So that's 2 totally different tracks. That'll be fun. And then the next round is Road America and Darlington. Totally different
Oh,
tracks.
Who made up this, Goose? This had to be yours.
Yeah, who got deal with this?
I made this up because I wanted to really test to see what you guys got.
You give them a road course in Darlington. That's always
Well, they've
nice.
had 3
Good job,
road
buddy.
courses, so I don't shy away from road courses.
He don't.
And then of course the championship race, and all 6 of you will be fighting for that final 4. It'll be interesting to see who's in there. You've got plenty of chances to beef up your playoff points, and it'll be exciting to see. Mikey, you got anything for him?
No, guys, great job, great regular season. I appreciate you all. You worked hard. I can't, I commend all you guys, and we definitely, me and Goose, appreciate you for being here and doing this with us.
Oh, there's one more person I want to see if I can talk to. DA.
Yeah, man.
Is Marty there?
Is Marty?
Marty Laws.
That's my dad.
Yeah, is he there?
No, he lives on another side of town.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
I was going to get him on the broadcast
No,
because he's our
You
most
want him on the
dedicated fan,
broadcast.
and he's here every race, and we really appreciate him. I want you to make sure he knows that.
Absolutely. I will make sure that he goes back. Goose, I did have one thing I wanted to add onto this video.
Go ahead.
I want to thank you and Mike for all y'all's hard work, especially you, Trek. I mean, Mike, not trying to throw you under the bus. But, Trek, you've done an amazing job with this league, and I'm really, really, really excited to see where it takes us.
Well, hopefully that news will get out. Hopefully everybody feels that way, and that news will get out, and we'll be able to get a bunch of people to come in here for the
The
open
new season, yeah.
Well, the
open series.
Bobcat series, yeah. So
yeah, that was your name.
And then we'll be able to pick from those to come on up here into the, I don't know what we're gonna call it yet. Zephyr series, Ostrich series. I don't know. We'll pick something cool though. I just don't want to call it the Pro Series because that's what everybody else calls theirs. Or Elite Series or whatever. We'll find something interesting and we'll throw it in.
Whisker
We should
Biscuit
do like
series.
a throwback, like the Bush series or the Nextel
Winston
Cup series.
Winston, there you go.
You know what? I really like that. All right, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, you got anything else to say?
Yeah, send me that link to the Discord again, please.
Oh, okay. I'll do that right after the broadcast, sir.
Okay.
As soon as we finish the broadcast. All right, everybody good?
Yep.
We're good.
Yes,
Have
we
a great,
will.
have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And
We'll
you guys. Thank you.
congratulations
Good racing,
to
fellas.
Mikey,
Congrats,
and
Cease.
congratulations to Cease.
Yeah, good racing, guys.
See you next week at Iowa.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Let me see if I can get this thing to stop. Oh yeah, hold on. God, that's